Time Bandits Season 1 had a 2-episode premiere that introduced viewers to the characters, taking them along for a time-traveling ride. The main Time Bandits characters are an 11-year-old boy named Kevin Haddock and a group of bandits who travel throughout time to steal valuable items with a map they stole from their boss, Supreme Being. Time Bandits Season 1, Episodes 1 and 2 explore their interesting dynamic, with Kevin trying to find where and when he belongs. The first 2 episodes also made changes to the original Time Bandits movie ending, with the writers having the time and luxury to stretch the story out over 10 episodes. Time Bandits follows the same premise, but it appears the execution will be different, as episodes 1 and 2 tease changes in Pure Evil's plan. The characters in the Time Bandits show also traveled to different time periods and met different historical figures, setting it apart from the 1980s fantasy movie and its story. The Time Bandits accidentally time traveled to Kevin's house. Kevin's house in Time Bandits is a time egress. Time Bandits Season 1, Episode 1 was appropriately titled Kevin Haddock, as the series opened on the main character's 11th birthday. He was established as a history nerd surrounded by others who didn't share his passion for the subject. Thus, when a Viking suddenly appeared in his room, he was eager to join the adventure in what he assumed was a dream. However, unbeknownst to him, he had actually briefly time-traveled, which he'd learn when the 5 Time Bandits showed up in his room the next night. Once again, Kevin assumed he was dreaming, but Penelope and the bandits assured him he wasn't. As Penelope explained, Kevin's room in Time Bandits is a trans-temporal portal, which means those who know its location can travel through it. It also put Kevin in danger. The Time Bandits hadn't meant to travel to Kevin's room, but they were on the run from Supreme Being, who wanted them to return the time map. When a projection of Supreme Being showed up at Kevin's house, he had no choice but to follow them through the portal to hopeful safety. Unfortunately for Kevin and the bandits, when they left Kevin's room, they ended up in Macau in 1810. They didn't intend for Kevin to join them in Time Bandits, but he'd slipped through the portal. While the bandits knew nothing about the time period or what they'd gotten into, Kevin's knowledge came in handy when he recognized the ships and Madame Chung, who was leading the Chinese pirate ships in their final battle against the British Navy.